This is Rhonda with Rhonda Loves Life. Thanks for joining me, guys. I am relaxed here in my bed. You guys know I got this huge, ginormous bed with the canopy and everything when I bought my new place. So I am relaxed. I've got my bed pillow. Check this out. This baby is nice. I am so comfortable. I've got my ginger tea. I added milk this time in my favorite James Brown cup. For those of you who don't know, James Brown was my mom's favorite singer. I used to hear it all the time when I was a little girl. My mom passed on, so let's just say this is a little bit of nostalgia. And I think James Brown, look at this mugshot. He was not bothering anybody. He was just drunk or high or whatever. And he looks just, I love this mugshot. So how are you guys doing? I am so glad to be able to chat with you live tonight. You know what? I need to get some ring lights because all I have is this light on the side of my bed. So bear with me. Hey, we're going to get through this. It's fine as long as we're here together to chat, right? Um, mm. One more thing. I got you guys on the computer now. So I believe I will be able to read the comments, which is really what I need to do because I'm always looking at the comments on my phone. And because I have vision issues, that can pose a problem sometimes. So, anyways, let's get started. Let's jump right in. Lots to discuss tonight. All right. Originally, I was going to report on JLo being pap shot in Beverly Hills with she had a band on her left ring finger. So I'm not sure what's going on with that, but it looks like maybe she wanted us to talk about her. I don't know. But also today, I don't know if you guys saw the video that I posted. JLo, honey, she is on a hunt for a new man. I think JLo is on a hunt for a new man. Also on topic tonight, we got to talk about Hazzard. That's right. Prince Harry. It looks like the British news is reporting they've got a name for it. Operation Bring Prince Home from the Cold or something. So he is actually begging the insiders and his friends to help him, get back into the good graces of the British public and his family. I think he's running out of money, guys. I told you, and I don't think he's liking it in Hollyweird and Montecito, and that would explain like why Meghan Markle is desperately on her yacht girl a troll, and while she's trying to she want to be a brand ambassador for all these clothes, honey. They need the money, and Harry is ready to go. Also on topic tonight is that I will share with you guys some of my I travel and I am just headed out for another trip. Stay tuned. But one of the viewers, Abu, asked me to just share with you guys some of my favorite trips and movies that I like, or just give you kind of a little information about me personally. So, all right, let's check a look at the comments right quick, and we're going to get started on JLo, baby. JLo is hot and popping. We got to jump on that first, okay? So let's see in the comments. I'm so glad I can read the comments right here now. That girl says, hello. Hi, that girl. How you doing? Renee, good evening. Good evening, Renee. Nora Dakema. Hi, Nora. Pleasure meeting you. Shanawana, what's up, Shanawana? Hi. Renee says JLo playing at the public again. Oh yeah. And Odalis Ruiz, hi, hello, how you doing? Yeah, JLo. JLo is, oh my God. You know something, guys? What do you say about JLo? I'm like, I think she is very much stuck. And I think someone wrote in the comments, and I kind of agree with that. I never even thought about it. They says that they believe that JLo got with Ben Affleck because it was like nostalgia for her. It was like taking her back during her heyday 22 years ago in 2002 when JLo was like on the top of the charts. She was a sex symbol at the time. And her and Ben were like taking on the world. They were like, the paparazzi couldn't get enough of them. They were on a cover of all the magazines. So she wanted to kind of relive that whole thing. And it just blew up in her face. So we've discussed this before that Ben Affleck, whatever his reasons are, he's got a right to leave. The only power JLo has is to work on herself and work through this. This is like her fourth divorce. And I'm thinking, looking at JLo, I realize that she is stuck. Like, it's hard for her to come to terms with aging. I can honestly relate to that because she's in my age group. And let me tell you this, and I'm going to shoot to you straight, pow, pow. I know how she feels, but the difference is I've been doing the work all along. That means going to therapy. That means doing all of the healthy things that keep me grounded. That means flushing through issues that I'm having. We all have them. Also staying mindful of the decisions we make, how we move in this world. That is so important because when we do find ourselves going off track or veering or doing things that might hurt us or seem uncomfortable, by staying mindful, you can reflect that. You can flush through all of that. You can talk to a family member, a close friend. You can go to therapy, but you got to work through it. And let me tell you, I still to this day, the one thing that sticks in my mind now that I'm in my 50s, is this. Mentally, it feels like I'm in my late 20s, early 30s, meaning that time flew by so fast. I just did not, you don't realize how fast time goes by. You don't realize it, especially when you're raising children. I was married at the time. My kids were growing. I never count my age. I just count their age. And, they kept aging, but I didn't even think about it until boom, I wake up and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm 40. I look up 45 and look up, oh my God, 50. Look up now, mid 50s. It's like, what the hell? Time just went by like that. And I'm telling you now, when I lay down at night, and the reason why I keep my life, I try to keep my side of the street clean. And this is AA talk because I come from a family of that, my father. So, but I think the principles hold true no matter what. I try to keep my life as free of drama as possible because when I lay down at night and I reflect on my day, the one thing that always come to mind is, wow, look at all them years behind me. And how long do I have? How many years do I have in front of me? How many? No, it's more years behind us. When you hit your mid 50s, baby, it's more years behind us than in front of us. So that's why when I look at JLo and I think, oh my God, what the hell is she doing when she lays her head down at night? Or is she doing everything she can not to even think about it? Right? Let's take a look at some of the comments, okay? Can you guys relate to that? Those young ladies in the, here, can you relate to being middle-aged and how you realize life is serious because you're like, wait a minute, I don't have the time to waste because these years are going by like that. We're already in September 2024. Where did the year go? Where did it go? Okay. Hi, that girl. That's a good point. Joshua Eleanor. Hello from the West Bank of New Orleans. Hi, Joshua. Welcome. Welcome. That girl. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah. Let me tell you guys, it is serious. So when you look at JLo, the way she's acting out, we can learn so much from that. And that, I think that's the beauty of social media. That's the beauty of being able to see how these, because having social media, we get to our eyes, we get to see how these celebrities or those we put on pedestals, you realize these people shouldn't be on any pedestal. They are just everyday people suffering just like we all do. Let me tell you, They are no different. They are no different at all. The only difference is that they're part of Hollywood. Some are part of Hollyweird, and it's all fantasy and is manufactured. So there are those who buy into it. But if you're not, if you're smart, you want to look and you say, hey, wait a minute. And you kind of want to question what you're seeing. Just saying, you want to question what you're seeing. Now, it seems too dark in here. So I'm definitely going to get some ring lights so we can brighten up my room. Because I do have a ceiling fan. Unfortunately, the ceiling fan doesn't have a light on it. So I think what I will do is probably get a light on that bed and then put the ring light in front so you're able to see me. So bear with me though. All right. So what do you guys think of JLo? Who will be her next man? Because she's looking for a new man, honey. She's on the hunt. Yes, she is. JLo's on the hunt. Did you see them pictures? Her licking on that ice cream cone. I was shocked because I'm like, JLo. And then when if she had done that picture by itself, then you'd be like, okay, all right. But when she did the money shot where she showed her ass, and then she had that look on her face, and then she had licking that ice cream cone. I said, "Oh, okay. Oh, JLo, okay. You are telegraphing. You are basically announcing that you are on the hunt for a new man." So, what does that mean? She's desperately ready to tie herself to someone new. And I wonder who that will be. Right? Who do you guys think it'll be? Let's look at some comments. Hmm. That girl says when she's 70, she will get engaged and say that she finally found the love of her life. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. You know she will. She's going to say she never knew love. I never knew love like this before. What is that? I never knew love like this before. Stephanie Mills. So, yeah, J-Lo is going to say, because I never knew love like this before. Open your eyes, because I love that song. So, she's gonna claim that. Oh, that girl, you love that song too? I love that song. So sorry, guys. I know I can't sing, but listen, I love good music. So if I'm not, today was crazy busy, but I had my earplugs in, I had the music going, I was doing chores, I was running errands. Side note. So Gianni Pufe says, hi, my brother is sick and I was hoping you could shout out Hugh Janus a speed recovery. Of course. Hey, Hugh Janus, get well. Hey guys, let's wish him well and a speedy recovery. Much prayer and love, okay? Janus, much prayer and love to you. Speedy recovery, okay? Hugh Janus, let's wish him a speedy recovery. Yeah, no problem at all, Gianni. No problem at all. That's right. Pina Colada says most sad spend 20 years for success. Yeah, the thing with J-Lo I don't get is that J-Lo's got beauty, money. She's got two healthy children. Back to money. She's got success. So it's like all of that. And guess what, guys? None of that can feel in here. It is corny, but it's true. Happiness is an inside job. Happiness is an inside job. There's no way around it. And when you got issues, emotional issues, self-esteem issues, whatever it is, the only way around it is through it. It's the hard work you got to do. But let me tell you, once you come through it, you're stronger, more well-rooted. And let me just tell you this. I touched hell and survived through my darkest times, through my divorce, and then my father died too. The best way to describe it is my whole world just caved around me. And I went to therapy, I held on to it. I started reestablishing relationships with my family, my siblings, those that I love the most. I trusted in my higher power. And when you touch hell and survive, guess what? You come out knowing that God is here. Listen, God is there to help us along the way. I am spiritual. I don't go to church, but I am spiritual. And my higher power was there. But when you do the work and come out on the other side, you stronger and tougher. You have a superpower. I always say, if you learn to thrive being alone, baby, That is a superpower. I'm telling you that right now. I'm telling you because I know it. I know it. And it's like you trust in your higher power. You surround yourself around people you love. You make sure that you give back to those that you love because the key is to give it away. And you got to pay it forward. And you got to give God his thanks or whatever your higher power is. And I'm telling you, your life will be filled with abundance. I know it. I feel it because I walked it. So I love this channel, Rhonda Loves Life, because I'm hoping that people can see there is a way. And part of life is pain. Part of life is pain. But you don't have to suffer all. Some things are self-inflicted, like JLo. Like it's like she's got everything in the world, but she cannot make herself, she don't have the tools there to make herself happy and feel fulfilled because she attaches herself to other men. JLo, baby girl, you gotta do the work. Let's see some of the comments. I love you guys' comments, by the way. All right. Dallas Ruiz says exactly 65. And oh my God, I didn't realize I'm in therapy. I'm so glad I have my faith and all my tools, including the 12-step program. Amen. Amen, Dallas. Amen to that. Amen. Because I'm telling you, doing a child of alcohol, what do you call it? Children of alcoholics. That's what the 12-step program. If you listen, you don't even have to be in that program. The tools they provide is that it's like making sure to make it simple. Keep your side of the room clean. Give to others. Try not to do more harm to other people. Be grateful. Gianna Pewface. Now I feel terrible. That was so heartfelt. Don't feel terrible, Gianni. No way, not here. You know what? Don't feel terrible at all. Just remember there are always people out here to care and want to see you do better. And hopefully your brother will get better soon. Okay? Renee, here's to a speedy recovery and prayers sent your way. Amen, Renee. E. Baker, Gianni is pranking the chat. E. Baker, say it slowly. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. All righty. All right, Gianni. Okay. Well, Gianni, don't feel bad. Hey, somebody out there can use our prayers, right? That girl says her mom is her enabler. Yeah, it sounds like it. Also all the talk shows she goes on are her enabler. Yeah, it's like it's like why nobody tells her the truth. No one does. And I think it's because she probably pushes out those who would tell her the truth. She don't want to hear them. And then she keep those around her, her employees. She keep her employees around her because they get paid to say yeah. Just saying. Uh all righty. Rinsky. Good morning, Vietnam. Yay, good morning, Vietnam, Rinsky. What happened to you? I'm late in this chat. My question is, what do you think about Harry wanting back with the royal family? I feel so bad for Prince William for him to suffer. Hi, Rinsky. Oh, yeah, yesterday I got buried with work. And I'm like, oh my God, I had to work really late. But I'm like, you know what? I'm definitely gonna get on Sunday, okay? Definitely gonna do that. That girl, The View loves her. Yeah, that girl. I think The View does. Grinsky. Yep, we're gonna get into Harry in just a minute because we definitely got to touch base on that because I think something is really, really going on with Harry. I think that a couple of things. I think Harry is running out of money. Him and Meghan. That would explain Meghan Markle's her yacht girling tactics. Now she's begging different brands to be their ambassador. So we're going to get into that in just a second. Um, let's see. Pina Colada says, I have no idea how it's supposed to work when you're basically starting life from scratch in a new country without good English, but I know it's a sacrifice that will pay off in the end. Yeah. Oh, yep, 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 yep. Um, JLo, do you guys want anything else before I move on to Harry and Meghan? Cause it's been what, 20 minutes. So JLo, I mean, we could say, listen, JLo is gonna do JLo. One thing we know about JLo, she's got a strong will, and that might be her. That might be not a positive, because she won't listen to people. And when I saw that, did you guys see the pictures on the video I posted from her Instagram? J Lo she did the money shot, baby, and she was licking that ice cream cone. So she's putting it out there. She's like, J Lo's like, listen, I gotta find me another man, because J Lo said, I will not be alone. J Lo, I wonder what she does do her normal day. Like, I bet all her time is spent getting ready to post pictures on Instagram or hunting for a boyfriend. I don't know. It is really sad. But we all we can do is sit and watch Miss J Lo, right? We can just sit and watch and judge, because she's putting her life out there. And I believe that anytime these celebrities, those that like to go out there like train wrecks, and they use Instagram and all of the social media, and then they us People magazine in style, and they're curating their brand and all that crap, and our children are influenced by that. We get to look and just say, hey, wait a minute, press the brakes, guys. Let me show you what I'm seeing. Those of us with common sense that can see and say, hey, wait a minute, that ain't right. That's not real. Like, Instagram is not real. Nothing real on Instagram. Sorry. J-Lo, someone wrote that too. They said J-Lo is she looks so happy on Instagram. So what's the problem? She's got her pretty dress on. She's licking ice cream cones, and she says she's with her kids. She says she's doing fine. And I'm like, what? No, she's not, because she's licking ice cream cones and sticking she's leading with her ass and her mouth. That is not someone who's doing well. Sorry. I'm just saying, sorry. Sounds like a love and sex addict, in my opinion, right? Mm. Okay, so guys, let's get on to Prince Harry. Well, let's read some of the comments. When you get a chance, watch the videos when she was promoting her movie. Sad to see. Rinsky say, sad to see J-Lo, a grown woman, unable to be alone. That's really sad, guys. That's really sad. I mean, because imagine how much she has to do to keep herself busy. I bet she's one of those people that have friends that live in a house with her, so she's never by herself. Oh my God. And imagine what her kids see. Imagine, I was thinking, one more thing before we get on to Harry and Meghan. I was thinking, J Lo went from her first husband to P Diddy, P Diddy to Chris Judd. She married Chris Judd, then went to Ben Affleck. That relationship ended. Then she married Mark Anthony. Okay, so she had 2 kids with Mark Anthony. Then she went with her backup dancer. Now her backup dancer to A-Rod, then A-Rod to Ben Affleck. And my question is, those are the men that we saw in public. How many men were doing hit and runs, right? How many men were doing hit and runs? How many men did these kids see going in and out that she was not willing to go out in public with? I'm curious about that. What do you think? What do you think? Makes you wonder, right? So, okay. Enough of J-Lo, guys. We're going to keep watching J-Lo, okay? We're going to keep our eye on J-Lo and see who her next man will be. Because I will be watching. And I will be reporting. Dana Aya says Drake. You think Drake? I think Drake too. I think Drake because he's younger. But Drake, I mean, he might be desperate because Kendrick Lamar won that battle with him. That girl says we don't have a choice not to watch J-Lo. Oh yeah, J-Lo gonna keep it. And now that I see the Instagram post where she shoot money shots and licking ice cream cones, J-Lo is about J-Lo like, I gotta find me a new man because she is like she's it's probably scared shitless for her to go without. Hey, batshit crazy says, "What's up? What's up, batshit crazy?" All right, let's get into Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Prince Harry, guys. The news reports, British news reports, are saying that Prince Harry is working hard behind the scenes with close allies in the UK. He wants to be in. He's ready to come home. Yes, he is. Now, I got my theories on that, but I don't know what's true, what's not. But I told you guys that I will be spending. I cannot wait. I'll be spending a lot of time watching Harry and Meghan. I am looking forward. I am so looking forward for their next faux royal tour. Because these two, they're the gift that keeps on giving. Let me tell you, this Columbia tour, I was just like, I can't believe it. Harry couldn't keep his hands off of the poor art director. And Meghan Markle is hugging and pumping up against the Colombian vice president's domestic partner. And now Megan she's invested in a purse brand, and she's begging these different brands if she could wear their clothes or carry their merchandise or wear it. And then, kind of like affiliate marketing. But can you imagine anybody with real sense, any celebrity, they won't buy it because Meghan Markle's brand is in the toilet, baby. Prince Harry, he knows he screwed up. I think he does know that he screwed up. He popped up at the memorial of Princess Di's sister husband. He passed away. So they had a memorial. I think it was this past weekend. Not this weekend, but last weekend or early in the week or something. Prince Harry made it to the service. Same time as Prince William. They said Prince William wouldn't even look at Harry. And I don't blame Prince William. But Harry, I believe that Harry is running out of money. Harry and Megan went through all that money, baby. But I told you I gave him 5 years, or probably a little less than that. They are running out of money, and I believe that Harry misses home. Because remember, Harry gave up everything, everything for Meghan. Harry did not realize that he was played. That's what it is. But now the question is, what's Harry going to do? He's got a couple of options. Will he come to the UK and Meghan stay in Montecito? And they do whatever they're going to do, have their lives, but they stay married. And then Harry go do what he wants to do. Meghan does her yacht girling stuff. She keep trying to, her schemes. She come up with different schemes. They're going to do that. Or will Harry have enough balls to cut the cord and just say, hey, I want a divorce, and he free himself to be available to a woman that's more suitable for him, and he just get custody of the children and at least visitation rights or partial custody. Let Meghan go on and write her tell-all book, and she's gonna be enraged, Harry. It's coming. So what Harry should do is just cut it and go back home. Cut it and go back home. But here's what I think is going to happen. A lot of people believe that Meghan won't go back. I think Meghan will go back because Meghan, her only meal ticket, her only currency is Harry. That's her only currency. Let's look at some of the comments. Hi, AJ Rensky. Do you think Meg has put him up to this, or is this him trying to run away from her? Either way, I don't trust either of them. He always claims to want a reconciliation when he's about to attack. Spare. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That was one of the other options too. Is this all just a setup for round 2? That is true. And I hope that Meghan now here one or two things. Harry is so dim-witted that Meghan she's basically controlling him, and she's encouraging him to go back to his family so she could set it up for round two, and that he is willing to do that. It's possible that he's a dimwit. Or is he so cold and calculating? I don't think Harry's that cold and calculating. I think he's really dumb. I really do. Christine, hey Rhonda, glad I caught part of the part of the video. Hi Christine, thanks for dropping by. Yeah. Caught the live. Dana I think so too. He definitely misses home. He's the sort of guy that never had to earn money. He must miss the privileges he had. Yes, he does. Imagine this. Prince Harry grew up in a castle. He never had to worry about money. He's not even worrying about money now. That's why I'm thinking that it's probably Prince Harry is getting fed up. Because did you see how he treated Meghan in Colombia when he was all over the art director's chair? I mean, he could not, his arm was all up on her. He was hugged up on her, like invading her space. But then I saw on Layla Barbados, I think that's her name. She was showing video clips of the girl in the green pants, the art director, and their body language looked like they were closer than you think. So I'm wondering, and you notice Harry is not happy. Harry doesn't look happy. So I'm thinking, and also remember when the CBS interview when Meghan put her hands on his leg and he would not touch her. So I'm thinking that I think Harry is starting to wake up. I think Meghan oversold her level of status in Hollywood too. I think that he really thought Meghan was this up and coming superstar. Look, she got Oprah, right? No, he didn't realize that Meghan Markle's a petty thief and she's a hustler and a grifter. She didn't know she was on Suits, but she probably told him all kind of lies, dripped all kind of lies in that ear of his. That's why she did not want her father and her step siblings anywhere near the royal family, because her father would have told the truth about Meghan Markle. That he's basically a blue collar background, a lighting director. He's won an Emmy or two, but it was for lighting directing. I think that's beautiful. And listen, I was proud of my dad. Even as an alcoholic, he was a truck driver. I was proud of him. He was sick. But there's no way in hell that I would have excluded my father out of anything. No, I would not have. I would just say, Dad, please. I would have made sure to have the wedding and everything early enough so that if he drank and then had my uncles or somebody just take him away after the wedding, so he could stay sober until we said our dues. But Meghan is actually embarrassed of her father. She is embarrassed of him. So Harry thought Meghan was this up and coming and thriving superstar. And then what he really got, now he sees Meghan for who she is. He married his stalker. When that mask fell and we saw that creature behind there, imagine with Harry what happened when that mask fell for him. And he saw it. So Meghan, I think that he's ready to bolt, in my opinion. But I don't think he has the strength yet. And I think the royal family has got to be careful. Got to. Even with Harry, he can have the softest heart in the world. The only way Harry can come back is when his relationship with Meghan is completely over. He's got to divorce Meghan completely. Cut it off. Then he can revisit Prince Charles. His father's going to bring him in. He's going to love him no matter what. But I don't think his father's going to bring him into the royal family like that. William's not going to go for it. Prince William had better not, because Meghan Markle hates Catherine. She hates Catherine. Telling you now. She made that little girl, what's the little baby girl named Charlotte? Princess Charlotte? Meghan made that little girl cry. And you mess with somebody's kids. Let me tell you, you mess with my kids, I'm Mama Bear. So Meghan, and I believe that's true, because Meghan is a barracuda. She's rude and ruthless, And she went through that. She was going back and forth in them palace walls, thinking she ran shit until she did not. And then her man Harry got mad because I believe that Princess Kate approached Meghan and set Meghan straight. And I think that Meghan was like, I'm out of here. I don't have to put up with this shit. It's like, you dumb bitch. You are so lucky. You are behind these castle walls. All you got to do is play your role. The prince loves you. Girl, go mute. They should never hear from you unless they tell you when to speak. The only person need to hear from you is your husband, and you guys are in your castle, your separate house, castle that's smaller than Prince William and Princess Catherine. So what? It's a hierarchical system. Now look what you're doing, Meghan. Meghan is going to end up back in the UK because Harry is her only meal ticket. Harry's going to get so fed up with being away from his blood and where he grew up from. Harry's not going to be slumming it in no $3 million house. He's not going to do it. Meghan, all her opportunities with these brands and shit, you know what? She's back where she started. Remember Teague, her website, her lifestyle website? Isn't she right back where she started? Dumbass did all of this and she married the prince and she ended up, what, 5-6 years later, right back where you started? That should be a wake-up call. So now, Meghan, here's what I would do if I were Meghan. Let me read the comments and I'll tell you guys what I think Meghan should do. All right. Let's see what's happened here. Hey, Christine. Dana Aya says, I think so too. He definitely misses home. He's the sort of guy that never had to earn money. He missed the privileges he had. I agree. Renee, JLo and Meghan are the same in character. Yes, they are. That's why I always like to report on both of them when I do these lives, because they are so similar in nature. The only difference is Meghan married a prince, but I think JLo is self-made. Meghan is lazy. JLo has a strong work ethic. I hear that she's actually a workaholic. I hear that she is, JLo, whatever her faults, she made her money on her own. Meghan Markle ain't made shit on her own. Meghan Markle was a yacht girl. She's a hustler. She tried, instead of going with her own name, your own father's name, she could have still used her own name and still been married to Harry, but say, I want my own name. She would have still had the backing of the royal family. She blew all of that. Blew all of it. Dumbass. I'm gonna tell you what I think what she should do, but let me read the comments. Christine, problem with Harry is he wants his family to just accept everything he's done to them, pretending he's done nothing wrong and showing absolutely zero remorse. Yeah, that's the spoiledness in him. He's a spoiled, angry brat. So Prince Charles, the father, as a parent, and you guys got kids too, you know you may have issues with them and your children may never come around. You're just going to love them unconditionally. But for Prince William and Catherine, there is no way in hell that I would let Harry or Meghan near me. William should not let Harry and Meghan near his family. Not near the throne either. Because as long as he's connected to Meghan, Meghan will be able to use him to recycle round two, even if she do it indirectly. The key is to sweat them out. The key is to let them run out of money. Let them run out of options. Just sit and watch and just let them run. Let it run out of gas. Let them run out of gas. And that's what's happening with Harry. Harry's running out of gas. Now, if Harry, because he's got what, 2 more books? And Meghan's got a book. So if Harry, he can end up with more in spare too. So I hear that he did not add any new information to the paperback, Spare One. Apparently, the publishers are kind of pissed. So I think that's a good sign, but it's not enough. Harry's got to let go Meghan. Harry's got to apologize to King Charles, Queen Camilla, Princess Catherine, Prince William. That's at the very least. And still don't let him back in the royal family. Let it take years. But as long as Harry is tied to Meghan Markle, they're going to keep repeating this because Meghan Markle is a dark spirit, guys. Let me drink some of this tea because I'm serious. When I say Meghan Markle's a dark spirit, I'm serious. I'm not saying that just to say it. When you meet people in this world, and I've lived long enough to know it, when I spot a person that has a dark spirit, I get the hell away from them. Because you know that nothing good's going to happen. You already know that. So imagine him being married to her. Imagine her birthing 2 of his children. It makes me nauseous to think about it. Because she's going to use them babies as a tool to punish Harry. But Harry's got to own it. He married her. So what Harry's got to do is just say, hey, let her go with her rage. Let her write her book. Let her do her. She's going to use the kids. Accept it. Use the family. Restore your relationship with your family, Harry. Do that. Okay? And I don't know if William will ever come around. You just got to give it time. I mean, years. And you got to prove it because you cannot. Harry, Meghan's out of the picture. That's the only way back. Now, Meghan, here's what I would do if I was Meghan. And Meghan's not going to do this because Meghan, at her heart, is a petty thief. She goes for money grabs, and she's a grifter, a hustler. She's going to go for the quick fix. She's not going to grab the opportunity that she has. Let's see, JLo is smart in that aspect. JLo knows how to take opportunities like Puff Daddy. She got that urban field, and she got the Jenny from the block, although she grew up in Catholic school. But JLo took the opportunities that were given to her, and she turned them into gold. She's worth $300 million. Meghan Markle don't have that grit. She don't have that discipline, and at heart, she's lazy and she's a petty thief. But here's what I would do, Meghan. If you really want to make some money, this is what I would do, Meghan. I mean, real money. Meghan, you gotta go away. If I were Meghan, I would shut down ARO. I would let go of all of the contracts now. Just let Netflix let go of that cooking thing. I would not be photographed anywhere, and I will go back to England with my husband. That would be the last time you ever hear from me. If I was Meghan, cut everything out, Meghan. Stop trying to get in Hollywood and being photographed on these red carpets, random pep walks in driveways and parking lots. Stop with these phony awards. Stop trying. You're a royal hillbilly, and we see it. You're not classy. You're a royal hillbilly, and we see it. Because we see you, Meghan. We see you. We're not buying it. So, we know the creature behind the mask. But Meghan, your only chance now is to shut everything down. Just disappear. You don't even owe anybody an explanation. Stop with those phony royal visits. All of it, just halt. Stop it. No more us and in style and all of that. Stop it. And for the next 3 to 5 years, go to England and encourage Harry to mend his relationships with his family. That's your only salvation. Going forward, if anybody say anything, want to interview, say, I only wish the best of what my husband, and I hope he restores a relationship with his family. That's it. And stay the hell away from Kate and William. That's it. And then 3 to 5 years, probably longer than that. Then you start to create projects behind the scenes. That's what you do, Meghan. Behind the scenes. This fantasy of you being the on these big marquees, starring in movies and all that shit, that's not going to happen. This idea that you're going to be this big influencer that everybody loves, that's not going to happen. You're going to have your little slice, but that's it. You are not going to make any money being tied to Prince Harry out in the open like this, because people, we've seen you. You're a mask fail. Your only option now, if you want to really get, if you want to have access to lots of money, your only access is to shut everything down. Tell me, here, go mute. Tell Harry whatever he wants. That yeah, let's go get your ass back behind the castles, and then we never hear from you ever again. Ooh, something's in my eye. We never hear from you ever again. That's my thing. And then when you create projects 7 years from now, it won't be Duchess Meghan Markle. It'll be Meghan Markle. And it will be, you don't have to do no interviews or nothing. You stay behind the scenes. You can produce documentaries or something, but you cannot capitalize on that name because you drank from the poison chalice, and it's poison to you. Okay, point blank, period. It's poison. All right, guys, let's get into these comments. Okay. Otis says the children are keeping him there. Oh yeah, the children are. And Harry's got to realize, guys, that Meghan going to use them children. That she's going to use them as a tool. Oh yeah, I've seen it myself. We've found women do it all the time because they're mad they can't get the guy, or he finally has the courage to leave. Then they use the children. So Harry needs to accept the fact that that's what's going to happen. But he can't have the strength to say, hey, I can't do this. Go back home, because I think he does miss his family. Think about it. He's royalty. He is royalty. His blood is, I mean, I looked up how long that royal family, Queen Elizabeth and that family, how far back they go. It's 1,600 years. It's like 1,603 years or something like that. That's how far back they go. That is who Harry is. He should have went on and married a girl that's part of that system, because she's part of that world. Or marry someone who's outside of the world and don't fight. She's quiet. But he married a viper, because I think Harry, if he was in his right mind, he would not have ever married Meghan. He would have slept with her, but never married her. So, yeah, I believe Harry's going to end up divorcing. He's going to marry someone else that's more of his speed, more of his temperament, and they will start having children. That's what I think. All right. Myrna says Meghan has more education than Harry, and she is better looking. I don't see them divorcing, but I see Will and Kate. Oh, okay, Myrna. That's interesting. Oh, okay. I never heard that one, but okay. Rensky, I'm not on X, but would love to know how the sugars are spitting Harry wanting back in with the so-called racist family. Oh, yeah. They are, you know what? They are on X, but I do see a lot of Meghan, people who look at Meghan for what she is too on X, because I'm on X. I don't post much on social media as I should, because I get so busy. I'm thinking about hiring someone to do that, because I do want to be on all the social media outlets, but in time, everything always happens in time. So, but on X, there are a lot of people that are actually, they can see Meghan for what she is. Harry wants to go back, because I imagine that. You know, guys, I told you during the darkest time for me was when I have one sister and three brothers, so it's 5 of us. And in our 20s and 30s, we bickered back and forth. It was silliness when you think about it. Not very important. Then when I went through divorce, and then I had to bury my father because I'm the oldest. And then I had to, the hospital would not release his body to the funeral home. And then being the oldest, I had to go sign it. It was hard. And I got a chance to reestablish my relationship with my siblings. And I realized that's my blood. If you have something in your family where people go through horrific backgrounds, right? I can understand that. But if you don't, that is blood. That's your blood. So Harry is royal. He's out here playing, going in Montecito, going to Columbia, and Meghan, while she pretends, and Meghan has no royal blood in her. Meghan, there's nothing royal about Meghan. She's a royal hillbilly. Own it. That's why I say, Meghan, just stop with this royal stuff. We can see that. We can see, but that Meghan, that's not Meghan. You're not royal. Nobody's going to put you on a pedestal, because that's not you. And we in America, we don't do that. But Harry is royal. And William is his only brother. That is his only brother, his blood. His blood. And you going to turn on your brother like that? You're going to turn. So I know Harry's got it. Like I say, when you go to bed at night, You got to cash out. You got to be reflective and work through all them decisions. Harry cut off his friends too. All the friends as part of that aristocracy and that system. He cut them off too because he thought it would be a better world with Meghan on the other side of the Atlantic, in Hollyweird, um, walking them red carpets. And then he realized that Meghan Markle did not have that power and status in Hollywood like she claimed she did. See, I don't think Harry knew that. He saw her in Suits and thought, oh, she's on TV. She's an actress. So she knows all the big wigs. He's gonna, he was in a fantasy world. He was playing, but Harry should not have been out in the real world. We would not have known Harry was a dimwit if it wasn't for Meghan. Harry was more attractive when he was with the royal family, with his family, than out with Meghan. Meghan is the one that drew his brand down. And I think Harry's starting to see that. He wants to go back home. But it's not going to be as simple as that, Harry. You got to pay for your actions. You're going to have to come to terms with it. You're going to have to come to terms with it. Yes, you will. You do. Myrna says Harry should stay in the U.S. Forget about royal family. Okay. Deb says he married his stalker. Ellie, yeah, he did, Deb. He married his stalker. He married. I bet you Meghan sold him all kinds. She dropped that honey in his ear. He thought he was getting some top-notch actress like Gwyneth Paltrow level. He probably thought, he said, she's on Suits, she's in Canada, this is a hot show, blah, blah, blah. Not knowing that she's like 6th or 7th on the call sheet. Not knowing that she can't, America said no because they can't market her. She's not talented and she's not a great beauty. You got to be talented or be a great beauty or both. And she's neither. So they couldn't even market the girl. She couldn't play in black movies because she don't look black because she chopped the face up and the nose and everything else. All the ethnic features, relax her hair, everything. So that she did not look that way and she identified as white. Now, we're not going to get in the whole race thing. She can call herself biracial, woman of color, white, whatever she want to call herself. But America, Hollywood could not market her. And she had zero talent. And what was she going to do? She can't be a sexism because she ain't got no body. Look at her body. She's like stick, skin, and bones. Really. So she sold Harry some bullshit. Harry bought it. That's when I realized, oh, he is a dimwit. Because remember, Meghan Markle said that she wanted, before she met Harry, she put the word out with all her yacht girls and their connections. She was looking for a rich British man. She was trying to get with the soccer player. A couple of them, they were like, no, they weren't even interested in her. You know why? Because Meghan is not a great beauty. These athletes get with beautiful women, with beautiful bodies. Meghan Markle, you don't look at her and say, oh my gosh, she is gorgeous. You just don't. So they were like, they ain't got no time to deal with Meghan, but Harry fell for it. That's when I said, no, Harry, you let Meghan Markle play you? Out of all the holes in the world, you let Meghan Markle play you. That's when I said, oh, he's a dimwit. For real. Like, he's really not that bright. Like, it don't. And then Meghan was able, because she's a hustler, she quickly saw that Harry had issues with resentment with his brother, and he's being a spare. Harry felt like he got a bone to pick, and she started to cultivate that because it suited her to do so. But now it's blowing up in her face. She's gonna end up back in the royal family. But this time, Meghan, shut your mouth. Or he's gonna divorce you. Or you guys are gonna live separate, and eventually he's gonna divorce you. So we're gonna wait and see. Okay, so let's look at some of these comments. Audrey says, subscribe because preach. Thank you, Audrey Savage. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We love child. We talking honestly over here. Audrey says, Kia Ora from New Zealand. Oh, Kia Ora. Okay, Kia. Welcome from New Zealand. Beautiful New Zealand. Welcome. Welcome. Let's see. Let me look up here. I think I missed some. Yep. Moody Shroom said, and he was worrying about finding someone that could deal with all the hype. He got played big time, and I agree. She's very dark. Oh yeah, she played him. She was looking. She put the word out that she was looking for a rich man in England. She put the word out. She was trying to go out with some of the pro ball players, the football players, the soccer players. And they were like, no, you know why? Because them soccer players get beautiful women. And they are not impressed with Meghan. They don't give a damn. I mean, they're going to sleep with her. Now, I'm wondering if she slept with him. I'm sure she gave him some, okay? Meghan don't have no problem with that, with her yacht girl skills. Just saying. Ari says, we need more people like you. Thank you, Ari. Thank you. That girl says she's 43. That's old in Hollyweird. She's as famous as she's going to get. I know. I know. She is. Oh, Renee. Meghan wants Catherine's crown. She is seething with jealousy. You better believe it. If you don't think that Meghan, guys, listen to this. This is going to blow your mind, but you probably know this already. Have you seen all of the times that Meghan Markle dressed like Princess Diana? It is creepy. It is creepy as hell. I did a video, God, last year sometimes. And I watched, I can't think of the content creator that did. I'm going to find out. She posted, I mean, it had to have been a good 30 different images. 30 different images of Meghan Markle dressing exactly like Princess Diana. Harry married his stalker. And if you don't think that Meghan Markle looks at Catherine, and Catherine is a beauty. Catherine is gorgeous. Did you see Catherine when she got out of that limousine before she, it was before she got sick. She had this, I think it was a red dress, and she showed her legs. And Catherine is real slim, but she's athletic. She's really, really slim, but she's athletic. But when she wore them stiletto heels, I said, legs to die for. And I did a poll where I said, who wore it better? I showed Catherine's legs and Meghan Markle's legs, skinny ass legs. No comparison. None at all. It's like, and you know that Meghan Markle, when she stayed there at the royal castle before it all blew up in her face, she sized Meghan up. You know she did. I mean, she sized Catherine up. You know she did. She observed Catherine, and that's when she realized that, whoa, she's beautiful. Wait a minute. Oh, she's intelligent. Oh, wait a minute. She's up here, and I'm here. This system puts her on a pedestal, and I'm down here. Meghan saw that. Meghan looked at Catherine and realized Catherine is athletic. Catherine is not taking Ozempic and sticking her fingers down her throat. Catherine, they said she plays tennis, all kind of stuff. Meghan Markle is not going to do that because that's too much work for Meghan Markle. Oh, she'll do yoga. I mean, it's just, oh my God, no comparison. But Harry married his stalker. Meghan Markle if she spent days looking at how Princess Di dressed and then mimicking her, she's a cuckoo bird. But I told you guys she is. I'm telling you. There's nothing behind the eyes. And you know what? And she probably put on Princess Di's perfume and have sex with Harry. It's sick. I can guarantee you. That's what she does. And what was he use the same face cream on his Todger in the book, that Elizabeth Arden cream? Who does that? He married his stalker and he's sick too. Just saying. Myrna says, in case of divorce, all kids belong to royal family. Oh, do they? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, shoot. Does it matter where they were born? Because I know Archie was born in the UK, right? But Lil Bit, wasn't she born in California? That's going to be interesting to see. But it's going to get messy, and we're going to be there to watch it. Because Meghan's going to take it there. I think the royal family and Prince William, they know. They already know who they're dealing with Meghan. I really do. They know. And they've done their homework. They've investigated Meghan's background. They know her personality type. And they know Meghan is going to take it there. She's going to take it as dark as she can get. But the thing is that Harry, you take your power back. You say, hey, I don't want this. I'm out. Do what Ben Affleck did. Be like, bye. The only difference is you don't have kids. Ben Affleck don't have kids with JLo. But Prince Harry, there's nothing you can do. You're lost anyways. She's going to use them kids. So just, cut the losses and go restore your relationship with your family. Then when you are restored your relationship with your family, then you can deal with how you're going to handle your kids, because you're going to need that support behind you, because you can't be out here by yourself. I can't imagine being out in this world working through my problems without my beautiful sister and my 3 brothers and my extended family, those that I'm close to. I can't imagine a life without them. And Harry, you should not do it alone. And Meghan, being the predator that she is, she pulled you, she stole you, stole the title, stole the fine of China, whatever she could, took you over to America, isolated you, because that's the best way she can control you. That's a form of abuse, by the way. All right, let's okay, Sci-Fi Fantasy Girl says, I'm not sure what to think about Meghan, but I think Meghan has been good for Harry. He never would have known his own power without her. Huh. How do power? I don't know how to read that, Sci-Fi Fantasy Girl, but thanks for sharing, because I don't think Harry's no power. I think Meghan exploited Harry's resentment and anger. And anytime you encourage a person to cut themselves off from their only thing, or everything that they know, their family, their blood, that's a problem. And for Meghan Markle to have been able to cut off her father, who took care of her from birth, and there's no evidence that he's been anything but a loving father to her, giving her everything she wanted. She cut him off. That's a sociopath. There's nothing behind the eyes. That's a sociopath. That's cold. That is cold. Mary F says Harry thinks Meghan is like his mother. I wonder. I can guarantee you, Meghan Markle got Princess Di's favorite perfume, and she wear it when they get busy. I can guarantee you she does that, because she that sick. Sci-fi. Meghan is not a peacemaker. That what Diana had that Meghan doesn't. Yeah. Meghan is not. Meghan is an agent of darkness. She don't want to see peace. It's chaos. That's how she thrives. Chaos, chaos, chaos. Mary says Meghan ain't no Princess Diana. That's for sure. Renee, Harry needs to be the paradoxical son, prodigal son, and repent to his father and family. I agree. Yeah. Harry's gonna have to do that. Harry is gonna have to do that. But you know something, Harry? The pain you caused, the gift they will give you is to forgive you and bring you back. But you hurt your own brother. You exposed that you and brother had a fight, and you claim that he slammed you to the ground and you cut your back, Harry. But you didn't explain your part. Why did he get so enraged? He got enraged because your wife made his daughter cry, from what I understand. And you sat by and watched your mouthpiece, Obi Scobie, call Prince William's wife, Catherine, and your father a racist. Those are serious charges. If you are not, and you and Meghan did nothing, you were mute. So you got some, Harry. You know what? You really got some work to do, but you could start early. Start now. Okay, let's see. Audrey, subscribe. Thank you. George Bunny, he made his bed. He should lie on it. That's true. He should. Renee, play Misty for me. Andrew Griffin, the one that brought nothing to the marriage made the most demands. I know. She gave up nothing. What have Meghan Markle given up in this marriage? What is she giving up? I want to know. Somebody share that with me. Harry gave up his family. His entire family. He gave up his blood. He wrote a book exposing everything. He lost his friends that he grew up with. Harry did that, all for Meghan. Now, the fact that he did that for her, that still blows my mind. Because, Harry, you let Meghan Markle play you. And all the big players, the men in the world looking. Them football players and your friend, everybody looking like, no, you didn't. All the men that Meghan had doing her yacht girl, they laughing at you, Harry. They are laughing at you. You better believe when them men get together and talk, those that was spend time with yachty man, you don't think they sharing stories? And they laughing at you like you're a fool. Because who do that? How do you let Meghan Markle? You gotta be dense. You got to. You gotta be a dimwit. Yep. Yep, Deb says Harry got played, dimwit, sci-fi fantasy girl. I'm not an elitist, so I like that Harry was open to marriage outside of the aristocracy, but Meghan does not like a manipulator. Yeah, I like that. Listen, if that's who Harry loves, but pick someone that's not an agent of darkness, because he could have picked any woman outside of the aristocracy, and he could have picked a woman that was more suited for him, but he picked a predator, an agent of darkness. And the fact that he chose Meghan Markle, now to think about it, it reflects more of who he is. And like I said, he ain't thinking that right. And I don't think he's that bright. And I think he's filled with a lot of anger and resentment. Just saying. Dana says William also married outside of the aristocracy. Yeah, because I hear that Kate, her family, they're self-made millionaires. Radar. Harry early on talked about how good she was at the job of royalty. Really? Really? Meghan good at that? Really? Yeah, she always, Princess Catherine is a gem, Dana. Yes, she is. Kate is very beautiful. I agree totally. She really is. She really is. Hanam says, absolutely true. Totally agree with you. Sci-fi fantasy girl. Meghan will make him feel guilty for leaving. All the suicide talk was strategic. Oh God, yeah. You think Meghan Markle was gonna kill herself after she landed a prince? Come on now, Harry. You didn't think twice. Harry is not street smart. Harry grew up behind the walls of a castle. He was protected all his life. He don't know nothing about game. He hasn't been out there in the real world. But I bet you Meghan is teaching him a thing or two. Now that she's hugging up on Nacho, now that she's hugging up on the VP of Colombia's man, now that she's dressing half naked in Nigeria, she's showing Harry. Harry is getting an education. Harry's about to grow up now. This divorce, Meghan ain't killing no. So now if Meghan decides, God forbid, the S word, let's hope not. But you cannot make a person stay. And Harry, if you are unhappy, go. Cut it. Why do it now while the kids are younger? Why wait until they're teenagers and then they gotta say? No, they gotta have their input. Yes. Oh, yes. Okay, my computer went out, so I'm gonna have to bring you guys closer so I can read some of the comments this way. Kate is sick. Hope she gets better soon, Myrna. I do too. I really do. I like Kate. Tammy, she loves herself too much to hurt herself. Oh yeah, Meghan ain't killing herself no time soon. But if Harry's dumb enough to believe it and you stay because of that, Harry, then, I don't feel sorry for Harry because Harry has caused pain. Let me raise this up so I can read the comments. Harry has caused a lot of pain in his brother and his father, and they didn't deserve that. Sci-fi fantasy, a couple of psychics say he will marry again. I do. I see that. I see Harry finally letting this go and working through it. And I think Harry is going to meet a nice girl that's more in line with his temperament and his background. And he will start over. I don't think Meghan's going to work. Because another thing, too, is that Harry can never go back home until he lets go of Meghan. Because Meghan has made it so dangerous. And Harry has helped her try to destroy his family. And William may not ever forgive him for that. William may not ever forgive them. Let me read a couple more comments, and then I want to share with you guys. Just give you a quick background on my really quickly on my travel and why I chose to travel, and then I will call it a night. Um, that girl says Meghan wants to be the center of attention, and she could not be that in the royal family. That's true. Kate had a higher, Megan was way down here. And you know Megan is a narcissist, so she couldn't even put up with that. But another woman would have been like, "Oh, my lucky stars. Well, I be damned. I am inside this castle, an institution that's been around 1,603 years with more money than God, and I never have to work again. Plus, I got the love of the prince, and I love him too, and we can have our children and I don't want to do all of the events, but the queen says that I can just retire and in private and still live in these castle behind these castle walls. Oh yeah. Oh, I would be mute. I wouldn't give a damn. I don't care what the hierarchy is. Kate, I will curtsy to Kate. I would be respectful. I would not be starting fights with people and burning bridges. But Meghan Markle did all of that because she couldn't handle it. It blew up in her face. But she better go back. If Megan's smart, go back. Because after you sleep with them, after you finally meet up with that the vice president of Colombia's man, when you meet up with him in private, after he sleep with you and give you no money, and then after Nacho use you up, and then some of them Nigerian billionaires, they gonna work you, and then you gonna see you still not getting as much money as you could with Harry. You better stick with Harry and go back to England. You better encourage him, Megan, to go back home, and you go back with your tail between your legs and shut up and make it be known that they will not ever hear from you. Just take care of your kids, walk your path. That's your only option now, Megan, because you made this mess. Radar say, yep, she sucked at the job, but fooled Harry. Bait and switch. They then blasted and walked away from royalty, but still wanted titles. Make it make sense. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Make it make sense. Who does that? How do you get behind castle walls with an institution, like I said, that's been around 1,603 years? I looked it up. Who does that? I just want to know who blows the bag like that? Who blows the bag? You never have to work again. Your son and your daughter will be a prince and princess. And you got the spare. You didn't get the actual heir. You got a spare, which means he's free to just be with you and love on you and your family. You guys could travel the world together and build experiences that we could only dream of. But instead, your dysfunctional and sick ass, Megan, you blew it all up. And look where it getting you. You already back where you started when you met him, trying to be an Instagram influencer. That's it. Where do they do that at? You know she having sleepless nights. She had a plan, but didn't know hair was not as powerful. Oh, yeah. She only did royal duties for like 75 days. Yeah, she did. She said we should get paid for. How come we don't get paid for this? It's like, girl, when I say she's a royal hillbilly, I mean that. She's a hillbilly. She was trying to go for the money grab, petty thief. She's like, how come I don't get paid for this? Girl, you live in a castle, never have to work a day in your life, with part of an institution that's been around 1,603 years. Never have to work again. And your kids will be a prince and princess. And you're complaining about going to cut ribbons and going to homeless shelters and all that. You dumb bitch. All right, Radar. Yup, she sucked at the job, but fooled Harry. Yep, okay, yeah, I read that one. Let's see. Oh, sci-fi fantasy girl, good comment. The right woman will be the peacemaker between him and his family. I believe so. Yeah. She's gonna have the temperament to be able to kind of navigate in and out of those relationships with the royal family in a way that's respectful. Cause You may not, Megan, you came from America. You may not come from that, but you need to respect them people. That's a royal family. You owe them the respect. Who are you to go in there and just disrespect these people? Who who does that? I mean, I'm just my mind is still blown. So I can guarantee you, if she's smart, but we know Megan's not smart. Megan needs to drop everything and just go mute. Nobody would, we should never see Megan again. The only time we see Megan is if there's a documentary or something that she produced, and we're talking 5 to 7 years from now, that she produced that you never see her face. She don't promote it. We can't, you have to build in that mystique again. You have to build it in. Why you think Kate is, she has a mystique to her because we don't have easy access to her. Think about what about the princess of what's the Prince of Monaco? What, Albert? Is it Albert? Prince Albert of Monaco? Is that his name? His wife, this beautiful South African lady, blonde ex-swimmer. You don't see her. Only when they're, together, waving on the balcony. You don't see and hear her. Nothing. That you have to create that mystique. All right, one more. Here we go. Yes, Albert. That's right, Adelise. Yep. Yep. Now Megan want people to curse at her like, girl, you don't think we can see you a royal hillbilly? Why would we curse to you? That's why you go in them third world countries. We saw nothing of Meghan and Harry during the at the RNC or the DNC. Now Meghan is a Democrat. We didn't see her, did we? And you better believe that Meghan Markle would have given her left arm to be up there calling out something, being at the DNC. Oh yeah. But they told Meghan Markle and Harry to stay away. You know they did. They said stay away because Kamala Harris, no. You go near Meghan Markle, you going to turn a lot of people off. Your campaign really going to sink. Okay, she thought she was special stuff to change years of protocol. Audrey, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Meghan thought she was so jealous of Catherine. I know people like Meghan. I can see it. I can look at her and see it. Meghan looked at Catherine and she was like, why does she get everything? It's like because she married the prince, the heir. She's birthed his children, Meghan. You didn't marry, you married the spare. And instead of being grateful and humble, because I think Harry really did love her, she was given all this opportunity and she said, the hell with it. You know what? The universe, God, the higher power giving you a prince who loved you inside the walls of a castle. And what do? You say, I don't, you decide to show your ass and start picking arguments and fights and blowing shit up. Who does that but a fool? Yeah, but a fool. Yep. All right, guys, this was fun. Let me really quickly share with you guys a little bit of my background in this traveling. Okay. I have, since I've been an empty nester, almost 4 years ago, I decided that I wanted to travel the world because I've spent, I was married, divorced. I spent over 20 years in corporate America. About 6 years ago, I started running my own practice. And once my kids were in college, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to devote my time to traveling the world. So what I do now, because my job is remote, and I'm self-employed, I basically travel the world. And my favorite place, one of my favorite places, guys, is Paris. So each time I do a video, I'll share a little bit about myself with you guys. So my favorite city in the world is Paris. And that is like my second home. And that's where when my kids, when they graduate, and then that's where I would like to retire and live my last days there. I have a home here, obviously, but there too. I love that place. I grew up in Chicago. I'm a Chicago girl, born and raised in Chicago. So those of you who live in Chicago, or in big cities, you have to get around taking buses and trains. And in Chicago, they got blue line, red line, yellow line, green line, brown line. And when I made my first trip over to Paris, oh my God, I had, friends and stuff saying, okay, it's a big city. Be careful. Don't get lost, blah, blah, blah. When I got there, guys, I melted into the city. I did. I melted into the city and I started traveling like a local. I had no trouble taking buses and trains. The train system didn't intimidate me. That's because I grew up in a big city like Chicago. So, for those of you that grew up in big cities, you can go to Paris, you can go to Rio de Janeiro, you can go to go to New York, you can go there and get around because you will get an education if you're used to taking public transportation. The only drawback for me though is that I want to learn French because I think going there when you're American, they're able to speak bilingual. Um, and then I go there and I'm like, I can't speak French. So that's tonight. That's what I'm gonna share with you guys. The one thing, my favorite city, I am on my to-do list is to learn how to speak French. So yes, Paris is one of my best places. France is beautiful. I've been to Monaco. I've been, to the French Riviera. I love Italy, but Paris by far is my favorite city. So let's read these comments before I go. Um, Lottie says, I see this is a hate channel. Why don't you ask Charles how he treated Princess Diana and William doesn't love Kate? If so, he never would have cheated on her. Okay. Oh, Dallas, awesome. Thank you, sci-fi fantasy girl. Perhaps it's Diana. She's really jealous of. I think she really wants the fame and love that Diana had. That's what she's chasing. You know what? You might be right, sci-fi fantasy, but Diana was very special, and Diana was authentic. That's why people loved her because she seemed to me she was so fragile to have all the title and everything, but she seemed so fragile to me. Roxanne, Italian was my place. You liked Italy, Roxanne? What part of Italy? Did you like Rome? Rome is, I love, oh my God, Rome is beautiful. Some of I went, the Colosseum took my breath away. Where else did I go? Um, Amalfi Coast, beautiful. Let's see, Rensky. Prince William allegedly knows about communication between Meghan and Boozy. Ooh, and their attacks on Catherine. So I don't think there's a way back either of them. You know what, Rensky? You might be right because I'm sure Prince William's got his investigators on it. And I think they know every move Harry and Meghan make. I really do. Because they want to know. And I think Prince William wants to know the truth of what's going on with Harry and Meghan. Because I think he's sad for his brother too. Prince William knows his brother's a dimwit. He knows. And I think that he's watching Harry and he want to know really what is my butt. And imagine that as a sibling. When you really hear, know that your brother, your blood, is conspiring against you. That is a betrayal. And you talk about his wife. The one thing being a white male and a white female, and you take a word like racism and you take it and just sling it on them, and they have no way of defending themselves. What do they say? No, I'm not. I mean, how do they reply? The best thing to do is don't reply to it at all. We know Meghan Markle's the biggest racist. Oh, Positano. Oh, yeah, that's along the Amalfi Coast, right? I went to the Amalfi Coast. Oh, it's so beautiful. I was there in April, but Positano, I want to go there. It's really expensive too, just like the Amalfi Coast. But yeah, do you watch? What's her name? Positano Diaries with the English woman and her Italian partner, and they've got an adult daughter now. It's called Positano Diaries on YouTube. It's so good. So good. Lottie, you tell a lie that Megan's trying to dress the princess, so was Kate. Okay, Lottie. Sci-fi fantasy girl. Lottie, I think I'm fair in my assessment. I really wanted them to work in the beginning. William. Okay, Lottie. Okay, Lottie, calm down. Calm down. It's okay. We can agree to disagree. Sci-fi fantasy girl. Meghan has no chance of going back to the royal family. Ah, it's gonna be interesting if I listen. I agree with you. I think Megan, her ego won't be able to take it. But if Megan was smart, if she wanna rebrand, that's her only option. Otherwise, she got to keep collecting them phone numbers on these phony royal tours and become side pieces to these Nigerian billionaires and Nacho and all them, hoping they can give her some crumbs. Uh, let's see, Dana. William would be a great king. I think William will too. I really do. Uh, Myrna, I like France, Ile de France. Yes, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Sci-fi fantasy girl, you only get one chance as an outsider, and she burned way too many bridges. Yeah, it may be too late. It may be way too late, and I think it might be because Prince William, it's too dangerous to have her there. It's too dangerous. Tammy, William adores his wife. Diana would have loved Catherine. Megan needs to stop telling fibs. Roxanne, Megan is just not likable. She's not. And the reason she's not likable because she's not a nice person. She's not a nice, you can see it. You can see it, you can smell it. If you near her, Lady C, you guys watch Lady C. She says that people say Megan's gotten older. Oh my God. What do you mean she has an odor? But I can tell her essence is not very kind. It's dark. Radar says, I don't think Diana was that authentic, and I also question William's love for Kate, but Megan still takes the cake. Yeah, Roxanne, she's a bully. Myrna, I just think royal family is not for Megan, and there is nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that's true. Yep, that's very true. All right, guys, this has been a great conversation. How long have we been on? 86 minutes. This has really been fun. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. I got a lot out of this conversation. If you guys have any additional topics you'd like to discuss, just leave it in the chat. And let's keep watching. Keep an eye on JLo. Will she find a man okay, this is Labor Day weekend. So one thing we know for sure with JLo, she's got a lover. JLo double books, triple book. JLo don't go to bed alone. We know that. But who is she going to come out with publicly? Do you think she'll come out with someone this week? It's Labor Day weekend. You never know. You never know. That girl, you welcome. Tammy, Lady C just tells it like it is. I love me some Lady C. I do, I do, I do. I love her. Great convo. Thank you. Renee, thank you too. So we got to keep an eye on JLo. Who is she going to get? Will she pop up with Drake? I don't know, but very soon she's going to tie herself to someone else. She can't help it. What kind of images is she going to post on Instagram? Also, Harry and Meghan. Harry, is he going to do another surprise, mysterious pop-up visit? Because remember, no one in the media knew he was going to that funeral. Nobody in the media knew. So, will he pop up again? Or is he doing all of this so he could sell that spare book, the paperback? A lot of questions, so we shall see. All right, guys, I want to thank you for watching. Continue to like and subscribe to my channel. I will touch base with you in a day or two. Once I reach my destination, that's going to be a whole separate video, and I'm going to go live. But I'll make sure I let you guys know a couple of hours ahead of time, okay? Thank you, Christy. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Rinsky. Thank you, Sci-Fi Fantasy Girl. Thank you, AK. Love you, too. Life of Riley. I miss it. I miss the life. You know what? Life of Riley, you can catch me next time. I'll record probably in the next 48 hours. So maybe not tomorrow because tomorrow's Labor Day. So on Tuesday, I'll post a live because I do like these live conversations. We get into it. So if you guys want to talk about something else, as long as it's not politics, religion, or race, because that I believe that divides us. So we're about love over here, and we're about self-help, awareness, improvement, healing, and we're going to put these celebrities on the docket so we can start scrutinize their behavior, and maybe they can start acting right, right? All right, Roxanne, Alicia, thank you. I love you guys. Big hugs to you. God bless you guys, and I will chat with you soon. Thanks for watching. Ciao. Mwah.